following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Hot crackers! That girl's got a lot of moxie. She's got a lot of spirit. Check out them gams! What other phrases don't people use anymore? No!
Of course! Of course!
Oh god, we're finally out of ammo.
Yeah.
It feels like longer than it is.
No.
How would you know? I had planned for you to be here for a couple of years, but there's so much to do. And knowing that it is safe in the hands of visionary genius Gandalf Schmidtler.
And nothing is wrong.
Nothing is wrong. Cool. You are going to be on the road for 3 days of travel to Dunakampf. I am willing to just skip that.
Sounds good.
One thing on one of the nights of camp.
Very well. Let us have a representative evening that represents all of those 3 evenings of camp. You pull over to the side of the road and there's a fire pit that has been much used by many a merchant caravan sitting there waiting for you. There's like a big rock, there's a little bit of trees and bushes.
Right, I'll do what I normally do and go circle the area.
Okay.
And so
Bork will come with you.
I have a question. So the area we're in now is like super flat and open, right?
There are rolling hills in this region.
Yeah, no, because I just want to test if I cast Alarm on my sword and then draw a circle with
That
it.
will work.
That will work?
That will work. I know it doesn't specifically say that, but I intend it to work that way, so it does.
Okay.
Yes. And that will last so long as no one disturbs the circle. So you'd have to tell people, don't step on the circle.
Yeah.
Also, like if bad people come in, they will step on it and the alarm will go off. So
Can he set a specific tiny gap if he wants to, or does it have
no,
to
it
be
has to be.
It has to be a complete circle.
Okay. Damn.
We could buy
That's
a-
how the
a-
spell works. I mean, he could use spellcraft to research a way to do that.
It would take time, though.
Lots of time.
And a library that I wouldn't have access to anywhere
some
except my
kind of
lab.
magic lab.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Incidentally, rope trick would still work if you cast it on a weaponized rope, like a grappling hook or a meteor hammer or something like that.
Okay.
As long as it's a weapon.
So I could cast it on Load Sunder.
Yes, and then but Load Sunder would have to be stuck there the entire time. You could pull the cord up, but it would have to be like wedged into the opening.
Okay.
Just because it's an opportunity to clear up because you'd be sitting there going, I got all these cool spells, can't use them.
No, I figured most of them I could still use. Some way.
Hop 2, soldier. Let's see if you can set a camp like the old days.
He will begin doing the setup.
I will lend him a hand. While I'm doing this, I kind of want to start telling him what happened to the group, because I feel like I'm being dishonest by not telling him. He should know the fate of everyone.
Oh.
I leave out what happened to his father for now, and the only other alteration is I'll say the 5 people who were mauled by a werewolf were killed by wolves.
Those damn werewolves. I hate them more than
Just
almost
wolves.
anything except vampires.
Just regular.
Oh, well they were all so bad.
Many in the home country, but
Bork says the obvious wolf you are calling a dog. Present, sub-company accepted, Snuffles. Well, no one's named it, so I thought I would.
Do you think that this is big enough for the circle? Or should I make it bigger next time?
The problem is if you make it too small, then when people go out to...
Yeah.
It's trial and error.
And we'll still set a watch anyway, so
Always.
one should not rely on such things.
So, since I'm not using my bells on that encampment, I'm going to set bells on 2 tents.
Indeed.
So I'll hand 6 bells to Roya.
That's where that might be.
And should I break these into my hair and do a dance? Mind seeing you do a dance? I've been rather interested in finding out what does one wear under a cloak like that. A hijab.
That's why the bells are for.
Ah. That's a good idea.
Nailed him to his head.
So, are you wearing your armor at night?
Only when I'm on watch, not when I'm sleeping.
So you need first watch.
You can actually sleep in full plate. It's like a contoured bed.
That's right, yeah, okay, then I will, yeah.
I mean,
forgot
it's not
about
the
that.
most comfortable thing, but...
Well, I slept in the scale.
We're sleeping
a couple
on
of
the
It's like, if
times,
you ever
so-
try sleeping in chainmail, it's like, no, you can't do that. You'll
Yeah,
just cut yourself
I
to
tried
bits
in the
and it
scale
hurts.
a couple of times and that was rough.
Whereas
So-
plate, you can.
No, then I'll stay in it.
Okay.
So
So us two are going off, and we're going to go through the circle. So I want to roll out a U.
6.
Cool. You don't find anything. Are you hunting as well?
Not that's close to the town. There's no point.
Right.
Makes sense to do that a
And
little
if
further
there was
in.
anything, she would tell me. So
Okay, so is there any other business you want to set up on your representative night on the way to the Danakam?
we'd be practicing sword fight.
Yeah.
So Max is just going to sit there each night and he's just going to watch the practice.
We did
He's
get
going
the
to break you.
license in the end, didn't we?
No, you forgot.
No, but we can talk with Sir Max is right here.
Yeah.
Also, we can do 2-person, like 2 people each shift watches because we have like 12 fucking people.
Yeah.
True, but we like your
This
parents
is-
won't be watching.
No,
for
but like,
example.
so we have Sir
Max
Maxwell,
and
the
your-
4 of us,
Yeah.
Eaton and Roya.
You can also alternate nights and
Yeah.
give some people the opportunity to sleep all night
Yeah.
and wake up.
So what you do is you have on the first and last watch you only have 1 person. On the middle watch you have the extra set of eyes.
However you want to do it, bro. Right, so he's going to sit there and watch you spar.
So with Saphiro, we'll be doing sword fighting with his. Try to get him used to the armor, movement to the armor,
And like flank him and stuff too.
Oh, that
And
is
then-
super easy.
and then without a weapon, just him trying to me flanking him, with him trying to keep me in his arc at all times, mainly because of his speed.
Wondering if intermittently I should
Well,
throw
roll.
something at him to see if he can dodge it.
17.
17.
Oh, nice.
His only comment will be, "You're turning too much."
I'm turning too much.
You're Savanian. You dance.
Yes.
Turn. Don't turn around. Turn.
Sweet.
Pivot. Like you are with a woman.
Of course.
Don't turn around. You're too heavy, too big for that.
Good advice, thank you.
Who's next thing sparring? I guess it'd be Sir Radomir and...
It's me again.
Nope, it's
No.
me again. Time
Yes.
to get that beard a trim.
Nice.
18.
Ooh.
Meantime, 15.
Well, she's better than you. It's sparring, I guess. And So Maxwell's only comment is going to be, you don't have enough balance. He's talking to her. You're too aggressive. You put yourself too far forward. When instead, stay balanced. When a warrior finds balance, they will be centered and at peace with oneself.
Try to mimic that movement he just did, but holding an axe.
Not really an axe way of doing things.
No. Axes, be aggressive.
Maybe I should take up my father's practice again. It's been a while.
Father's practice, thou say.
Yeah, my father was he was a strange man. I think he took enjoyment in the way he trained me and the other men.
Oh, like that.
Oh, no, not like that.
Oh. Well,
I spent 3 years hitting trees, and I didn't really know why. And it wasn't until after that he bothered to explain how to actually perform the maneuver. And then after that, he didn't tell me what to do when he actually managed to cut the tree down.
burn it.
They have this tendency to fall in strange ways if you don't cut them down properly.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a lumberjack. We had peasants for that.
Yeah, I believe Father called it reflex training. And if you didn't get it on the first one, well...
So he just sent you out there all alone to chop at these trees.
Well,
So I guess the reflex is a lonely child.
we grew a grove for it.
You grew a grove specifically to chop it down. And so on into the night. Moving on. Beyond the diner, because I want to get you to Hasselhall. It's a nice place and you'll enjoy the burgers.
Oh. Is there any moment where I can get like the inner circle only together, or is there just always a moment where one of the
I'm sure you can.
antagonists-
I'm sure you can find a way to arrange it within, like, the 3 whole days and nights this
Yeah,
takes.
well, because at some point I want to tell them basically about the deal I made with Lady Sedai and what's going on with the Patchstone, because they were
I'm sure you can
curious.
do that while I go. 'Cause I don't need to be
And we should probably inform everyone else that we have a job in Marlin as well. Because I only told you.
So, Lady Sedai has... I mean, we have to be careful what we say in this country, but I can't think of anything else to call it other than a coven of all-female
Practices.
practices who are going to practice in the Patchstone, and I've given her that opportunity. They're also going to clear... In their practicing, they're also going to clear out some of the nasty magical things and make it a little more habitable. But that is a deal I made with her. So in case you're
But you are the holder of the Hearthstone, so
Yes,
it is
so-
your right to choose what's done there.
absolutely. But I just thought I would let you all know because we may go back there at some point, and
Maybe.
I try to be honest with you all when I can.
As long as you trust them with the bounty that was surely left there, you can't have run it all.
Only what we found is, I mean, so much was buried under rubble. Who knows what other treasures there are that we could just not get to.
You can only take what you can carry and no more.
And there was
Wow,
a
someone remembered that. Awesome.
lot there. But from the sounds of it, they have no need for it.
Well, aside from the, I'm sure they'll find magical artifacts that would be quite useful to them.
I believe I rolled a 1 in the treasury, so there.
In that treasury.
No, and in the other one.
We're at the 6 other
But
buried
they,
ones.
as far as I'm concerned, they're welcome to anything they can find that would be of use to them.
We should mention also, Gerald gave us a job on the way out.
Oh.
Well, he gave you a job. but-
Well,
You go
They
do
do.
it. Take those trolls.
You remember Merlin, right? And how we were, how we left?
The first time or the second time?
Well, Radomir was not with us the first time.
Oh, right. That was an adventure as well. We went through... Oh, no, I went through pocket dimensions. You shouldn't put them inside each other, but the mage I was chasing did. So we were about 6 pocket dimensions in... don't worry.
Yeah, that was scary.
I thought being chased out by a mob was the worst you would suffer in Merlin.
It was the cult of dark worshippers we found. That was the first
You remember
time.
the ones who died and got just sucked into the ground while shrieking in that horrible manner, and then there was that rotten egg stink? That kind of dark cult. Like the serious business ones.
Well,
Not just a bunch of deluded assholes meeting in a basement because they...
Oh yeah,
recorded
no,
rogues.
this was clearly the real deal.
No, the ones that when we killed had to fulfill their end of the bargain.
Yeah, they're fun.
well, Gerald took me up into the tower, you know, the...
We know the tower.
It's actually got an incredible map. I'll built into it. I imagine that's part of its function.
Some of the finest artists of the time were hired to paint that map.
He showed me Merlin and the area around it. There's strange magical happenings, you know, that will probably come up on the tower. But he'd been told not to investigate.
Well, there's a section of Merlin where it's legal to practice magic.
But some of this was happening outside the city. I believe he said it only sometimes encroached within. But he bid me to investigate in his stead. I find it maybe suspicious that he was told not to, but it could just be their hands were full with the veil and everything.
It almost sounds like to me that for some reason he was told by somebody he wasn't supposed to look into that, but he's curious about it, given his character. So, if he sends somebody like you to do it, then he can wash his hands and not really involve the witches, you see. So he isn't breaking any laws.
And he was obviously aware we have the means to... I take it you had words with him at some point? He's very aware of what you are.
It's very obvious. But yes,
Especially after you've all now seen a Caesarian battle magister who could have been a blood relative of him.
yeah, no, I was trapped in a barrel, and we had a long conversation.
Okay. Well, you have no enemy in him, you must know then.
That's good. It's just the Commandant who stole my ring.
He's a strange man. Very angry. I think Gerald will be happy to be free of him. He's going to Strumpler. I wasn't implying he was going to kill.
But it would have been better if he did.
What's the condition of Radomir's opinion of the ring now that the outsider is no longer?
Doesn't recall.
Okay.
So, like, he just remembers that was the excuse he gave.
Yeah.
And that's just like, oh, yeah, that must be it.
Because when he received it, he wasn't the one writing the memory. If you know what I mean.
And there are still just long blank patches.
Yeah.
Well, one of my...
It's actually the only way to do it without traumatizing the character beyond the point of being able to be played.
And I still have that that dream experiencing the endless passage of time in the Vale to get over. Yeah, I thought I should bring it up. I would like to employ your help, seeing as we were chased so quickly out of Merlin last time.
Yeah,
Seems
what say you,
suspicious.
Sulan?
I mean-
being over here.
What was the nature? Were you just supposed to report and then send a letter back to him, or?
He did want me to inform him of what had happened, but I think he just primarily
But he
wanted to
doesn't want
deal
us-
with it.
He wants us to actually deal with it? Well, that depends on what...
What it is, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I'm bound to obey the laws of this nation while I'm in
I
it.
think we can actually get out of a bunch of property damage this time if we cause it, because Radimir's a baron.
That's not a good thing either.
Yeah.
We should try to minimize the property damage.
Oh, we're really bad at that.
Oh, so not just in Heinrich then.
To be fair, it isn't always you guys
was
that
like-
do it. It's mostly the people you're fighting.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, it's like, to be fair, most of the time it's not us who do the damage, but our enemies.
Yep,
when they-
but we get blamed for it, so it's
Yeah.
basically us.
I mean, we didn't destroy half of the Count's place.
And I guess you could say the other inn was mostly me.
All those inns is another good example. The Underdome, not us.
That is an experience.
Oh, Norgard also not us. Just a dragon.
A dragon that got suplexed into more buildings
Barman suplexed.
by Berman suplexed by the face, because, well, where else are you going to
Where do you grab the dragon except the snout?
by a very big guy I've forgotten the name of right now, because I'm not over there with the names list.
He was a badass.
Yeah, he has some problems.
One of them isn't not being able to suplex a dragon.
No, it wasn't a very big dragon.
I mean, even if it's a small dragon, even
It's
if it's
still a
like a
dragon.
like a youngling dragon, that's still pretty impressive.
Oh no, it was older than that. But anyway, yeah. So you have that discussion, and then you move on. And at the diner camp, there is the Great Gate, as mentioned before, in Ep. I don't remember what.
With no obvious flaws,
Nope.
and you cannot at all go around.
Ed 309. I don't know.
I don't think we're quite that high. We're in the 200s now, right?
In episode counts, you're not even out of 60.
In video count.
No, I meant 3
Oh,
like
in video count, there's
201.
like 174 just in this playlist alone.
201.
201.
Yeah,
But like they're a lot shorter now. They used to be an hour long or 3 hours long, so it's not really a
Yeah, now they're
decade.
broken up
No.
into chunklets.
And sometimes I combine multiple nights into one episode for
And they're-
reasons known only to me, apparently. I thought it was obvious, apparently not. But, yes, and you move on to Hasseldorf. Happy Hasseldorf. 3 days travel. You don't have any problems at Diner Cup. Oh, you have to pay the gate fee, which is, you know, fuck all. It's basically like 5 or 6 silver. Unless you want to bribe someone, which
I'll
you're
just
leaving, so
write-
you don't.
I'll just
Yeah.
rub off 5 silver.
Is that for all of us?
Your party.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. Could have been each.
Have you guys divided up the loot you converted amongst you and the party? Okay, you might want to do that at the next camp.
It's all this because it's mostly in Gym and Electrum, I believe.
Gems and Electrum.
Alright, so there's 3 more days and nights travel to Hasseldorf. Let's have another representative. Ah, fuck it, let's not. Yeah, flawless travel. There's lots of soldiers around. There's a great big, large, big, huge, big Luke Gallows military camp has just sort of disbanded for some reason. And so there's lots of soldiers on the road. Very safe. Secure. Unless you're doing evil witch things.
So there's no we don't see rising smoke in the distance or an ominous glow in Eidenwig's direction.
No! Everything seems super great.
Nothing's
Very
wrong.
safe.
Nothing. Nothing is
No
wrong, yeah.
military coup going on, no rounding up of large amounts of the population and executing them for dishonesty, no flesh-eating ogres.
Like, actually none of those things? Or, like, all of those things?
The witches are just rounding people up and hanging them. So, yeah.
What?
They're
Because
allowed
they
to do
could be a
that.
witch. But you can't see that because
You're
you're
not
not
here
there.
and I'm wing anymore.
And it will take time to roll out these changes to elsewhere. Because remember, they got pretty much blank slate power. So,
I only just found out about this.
well, you still didn't in character.
I only
So-
remembered to tell him about it earlier today.
So, you are arriving Lickli-Glitten Hasseldorf. Yeah?
The night before we hit Hasseldorf, I'll give Sir Aaron this and answer any questions he has about it.
Shit, do I remember what this is? Or is this something you've done?
It's from his father. It was the first one I was given.
Oh,
I think.
well, I want to read this again just to make sure it is correctly beamed and propped. Oh, it's this one.
The other two didn't really have any information that he would need.
I don't.
I think he was being kept in the same place you were.
I would not know. They did not. The only times I was ever taken out of my cell was to be. Well. Do you mind if I keep this?
Of course. I think when we get to Hasseldorf, you should remain and speak to Felsi. Learn.
Wish you sent me away from this house?
I think it would be better for you to recover there and learn about the man your father was after. I will send for you. Eventually.
As you wish.
Also, you should take this, and I can't remember the amount. It was 7 grand, and then you were given 600 gold for like what Eaton owed us, and then the rest was handed to me.
She gave you like 3,000 something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was 3,000. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's. I mean, probably that was just in pigs.
And I'll give him a chest/sack, the best containing item for 1,000 gold coins.
One pigskin sack. What else are you gonna do with it?
I do have a sack specifically designed to carry about 1,000 gold coins.
Oh,
we've got a bunch of those
because you
sacks
basically just handed him a barony in a sack.
Keep this quiet for a while. Recover and lay
I will
low.
keep it completely quiet. Clink, jingle. Large amount of coins in a sack. No.
There'll be more than that.
That's bottle caps.
When you are recovered,
Like Nuka-Cola bottle caps.
I know.
seek to rearm yourself. But be careful about it. You cannot let our enemies know who you are.
And it is not over.
I fear
I
it won't be.
I feel an urge to get revenge on those wicked vampires and nasty werewolves. All of which are evil.
That is true.
Our time will come.
Objective truth.
Singer's head will roll before long. And burn.
And the other 10 steps you need to take after.
I'm sure we'll work that out.
He doesn't know about that. Well then. You guys roll into Hasseldorf.
Just as a note, I'm gonna keep an eye on how
give you that
how
back
does
into it.
how has Roya seemed during the 6 days journey, basically.
Withdrawn,
Already comes
given to excessive amounts of working out and drills.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Just like working yourself into bed.
Okay.
If it comes, if anyone pays attention, because, Eden will, I am way more jumpy around her. Whenever she moves, I would,
yeah.
I would react as well.
Okay, that's fair. Right, yeah, you roll in. Alright, to Okay, good. To Hasseldorf.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?